This is what I will do to the grooming books when I become Secretary of State. These books come from Missouri Public Library. When I'm in office, they will burn.
Valentina Gomez, who ran in the Republican primary for Missouri Secretary of State, made waves this election with outlandish and often offensive videos like that one. But her entire campaign just went up in flames. You see what I did there? Mm-hmm. But before we get to the results, we have more on Gomez. Critics of Gomez accused her of spreading hateful conduct because much of her content included vulgar language. She called Vice President Kamala Harris a hoe and a little blank, used the word blank to describe transgender people, and described Democrats as full of gay blank, among other things. And there was a level of absurdity with some of her stunt videos that really undercut what she was hoping to accomplish with them. For instance, in May, Gomez received national attention for a video ad on social media in which she told voters they could be anything they want in the US. So don't be weak and gay. Stay blanking hard. But her video didn't receive the type of reception Gomez was fishing for, partly because of the camp of it all. Gomez, perhaps unintentionally, filmed the video while jogging in St. Louis's historic Soulard district, a longtime home to LGBTQ+ communities and queer nightlife. Despite her desperate attempts to fuel a campaign based on hate and bigotry and offensive videos, she got demolished. You can see the results here, all the way down in 6th place with just 7.4% of the vote. Aww.
Hey, don't scroll away. Come back. Because before the video continues, we just want to urge you to lend your support to TYT. You power our honest reporting. You do it at tyt.com/team, and we love you for it.
It's safe to assume.
Sorry, I'm just looking at that and I'm like, who are these 47,000 people that voted for Valentina Gomez? Like truly, what is going on up here? There's way too many votes, but yes, I mean, that's crushed.
Didn't even crack double digits. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's safe to assume her behavior did play a factor in that loss, but also her platform was at odds with the core functions of the role she was vying for. So the Missouri Secretary of State position is primarily tasked with overseeing statewide elections. The position also requires a person to manage current and historical records, develop and improve library services, publish administrative rules and regulations, and more. Gomez said if elected, she would abolish voting machines and return Missouri's voting system to paper ballots. She also suggested using the National Guard to oversee polling and require voters to present ID on voting days. So just before we went live this hour, she posted her first comments on her loss on Twitter. We have those for you here. God made me the most prolific woman in politics in just 7 months. Love me or hate me, you still watched. And then she added, if you hate me, you're probably a blank. Francesca, to me, this just kind of lays the whole game out. It wasn't about the position, really. It was just about getting clout among the extreme MAGA base.
Yeah, this is exactly. That's all this is. I mean, I would say she was an op, but I don't even think like she's that good. Like, I don't think any Democrat bankrolled her to be like, look, because she wasn't even within striking distance of getting this position. She's like, let me run for something random. I got a blowtorch. I'm a 7, like, let's go. Like, yeah, I'm gonna say the F word. And yeah, she's gonna end up as a pundit at any day now. She'll be invited, she'll be like, invited on Aiden Ross's stream, and she'll probably end up on Piers Morgan Uncensored. Yes, I said it. She'll be invited around for saying the most outlandish things possible and the most vile and bigoted things possible. And it's just like, and then you turn around, guys, and she's got over 200,000 followers on X, and this is the whole, like, we have to understand, and I know we're in the same not racket, but we ourselves, we're trying, we're a big network on YouTube. It's wonderful, right? Like 6 billion views. This is incredible. But like, Do you understand that when you're a right winger, you can literally just be a hateful bigot and you will explode? How easy it is, how dumb. It doesn't even matter. This dude, Aiden Ross, who interviewed Donald Trump, cannot read. He can't read people. Like, and they have all the money, Jordan. That's the other thing that's upsetting. Everybody become a TYT member. Everybody support the Bituation Room, my show. But like, it like pains me because you're like, yeah, I guess I'm glad you're far away from the Secretary of State. You should not be overseeing elections or anything. But like in terms of like the media, internet ecosystem, she's only rising to the top. It's just like a toilet bowl. The turds are just.
Yeah. So the way they have turned, to your point, the way they have turned some of these people into internet celebrities and prominent figures on the right for doing nothing, for just being offensive, is kind of ridiculous. You might remember a few weeks ago, who knows, but it could have been a couple months ago, time is a blur this year in this election cycle, but there was a trad wife influencer who said the N-word in a video and then doubled down, refused to apologize, and the right, just like the extreme right, lifted her up and turned her into a celebrity.
Right.
And then they realized she was a single mom. Like, no, we don't want to mess with you anymore. It was cool when you said the N-word. Nah, we don't. You're not really actually upholding family values, right? White Christian family values, and they discarded her. But just the fact that because she said that without knowing who she was or what she was doing, yeah, she's our new champion. It shows how easy it is. If you can be as offensive and as bigoted and as racist as you can on video, you will find an audience. And in many ways, you will find opportunities or revenue streams to finance the whole operation. It's ridiculous. I'm worried, you point out she didn't have a chance in this race. With this following, I'm worried that she kind of bounces around Missouri, carpet bags until she finds a district that she can win in.
Sure.
And then she's in Congress, or at the very least, the state legislature. It's really alarming how easy it is for these types of freaks to game the system.
I mean, she's just a Lauren Boebert, right? Like, but that's, see, here's the thing that I like about this. The only good thing in terms of politics is that JD Vance is a little bit of a lesson, right? And obviously, there's still a lot of work to do to defeat Donald Trump and JD Vance, but the guy is a walking liability to himself. Like, in his past comments are just being used against him because the name of the game for the last, basically under Biden, right, the last 3.5 years has been, let's be as fringe as possible. Let's be as cruel and mean as possible. Let's make, the anti-woke culture wars the bread and butter of our message. Forego anything else. I mean, even more so than the anti-immigrant stuff, let's just focus on this anti-woke stuff. Let's do weird podcasts and all that. And now you see when he actually gets a serious shot at the apple and when he actually is now the running mate, all of it's being used against him. And guess what? Undecided voters, independent voters, suburbanites, women, normal ass people see these comments and they're like, yeah, no, I don't like you. You're not likable. All the mean things you said, no matter what it was for or why, like that just doesn't feel, I don't know, presidential or vice presidential. And final thought, it's the magic of Donald Trump himself. And the fact that Donald Trump himself and only himself is able to get away with so much that on anybody else doesn't hit. Donald Trump has said a million things worse than JD Vance, but it's Donald Trump. He's a celebrity billionaire bolstered by NBC for years and years and years, right? So he's untouchable. And that magic does not transfer to anybody, which is why the Republican Party is stuck. After this guy, they got nothing. Look at Meatball Ron, okay? They got nothing.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. We really appreciate it, guys. And we appreciate it if you become members because that allows us to be independent, honest, progressive, all the things that you don't get from corporate media. And all of that is because of you guys. Hit the join button below and become one of us. Become a young Turk.